114, 745, 69. So I hear 120.
Welcome back to Two Guys Take on Real Estate. My name's Kevin, and I just pulled up to a foreclosure auction for a single-family home in Massachusetts. And today, you and I are going to discover a little bit about the auction process and how you can buy a home at half price. Stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, and drop a like for us. Let's get into it. All right, so the really awesome thing is I got here about an hour and a half before the auction started. And that's really, really important because we haven't had an opportunity yet to do much due diligence on this property. So I'm pulling up, going to take a look at the property as best I can. Now, one of the things I always help people understand that they don't seem to know is that most of the time, these properties, you don't get access to them. There's no guided tour. There's no inspection period. You really have no idea what's going on. And many times we pull up, but we have no idea if there's somebody actually living in the property or not. And if there is, you know, who the hell are they? Are they a squatter? Did they break in a week before? Are they in there sawing the copper pipes to recycle them? Are they a tenant? Maybe they're a good paying tenant who's been just paying the rent, and the owner of the property has been paying the mortgage. Or perhaps it's actually the owner themselves, or soon to be former owner, who's getting foreclosed on by their bank for not having paid for the home. You never really know what you're going to get into, and sometimes until you get here. So let's go take a look at this little single family house right behind me that soon will be auctioned right here on the front lawn. What an awesome area this is. That's basically the main road for the town. Nice little, it's like a little crescent neighborhood here. This little street just goes around and back to the house, it's back to the main road itself. And what a nice cute little single family house. This would be awesome. This is the kind of place you can live and leave your keys in your car and not really ever worry about locking your doors. Right off the bat, I see a couple of things. First of all, this gives me hope that the property is vacant because I see some kind of a notice on the front door. We're going to check that out in a second. But the property itself, again, not overly nicely maintained landscape. So hopefully, again, it's something that's been vacant for a while. But often with a foreclosure property, you see a lot of neglect to the property. These folks weren't paying their mortgages, probably weren't paying their town and city taxes and all that stuff. Probably not being the best neighbors or keeping their yard up as well. So that's not unusual with a foreclosure. But it looks like somebody came through. They hacked down a lot of the overgrown brush. Maybe they did some kind of securing of the property and winterizing it. Again, this is the kind of thing that maybe a bank would do to step in and protect their investment. So the bank, when they foreclose, it's usually because the owner hasn't paid for a really long time. Maybe they passed away. Maybe they moved away. Maybe they just gave up and walked away from the property. And sometimes the bank will step in so that they can at least auction off the property and get as much value back as they can, so they don't lose out completely on all the money that was borrowed against the house. And what they'll do is they'll step in to protect their asset by making sure the pipes won't freeze. So they'll winterize it, they'll secure it so it's not just left open to the general public for maybe a couple of years while the very lengthy foreclosure process goes through. Let's go take a look at this notice. So it looks like they posted it. They posted it as they believed it was an abandoned property. My guess is they changed out. You can see the paint discoloration here. So maybe they changed out the hardware on the doors at some point. Maybe the deadbolt. But it looks like they somebody believed this to be vacant. So that's exactly what I'm thinking happened. Is the bank hired somebody to come out, secure the property, maybe weatherize it, winterize it, drain the water out of the pipes, that type of thing, so that there's no burst pipes and issues. That's really, really good for us because when you're buying a foreclosure property, what a great little backyard. When you're buying a foreclosure property, you kind of are inheriting. Anybody that kind of came with the property, they're now your problem to deal with. But what an awesome backyard. This is fully fenced in. Bunch of little trees back here. This was probably a really nice home for somebody, and a nice side yard to it as well. This house has got a butt on it, huh? You wouldn't have thought. Like this house from the street looked like this tiny little one-bedroom little cottage. Here it's got a deck that needs, a little bit of reworking, but sure. Sliders coming out to it, nice fenced-in backyard with a nice pine tree back here. This is great. So you see gas, oil fill pipes, and a gas meter. So it could be that it used to use oil heat, and when gas came through, they connected there and they abandoned using an oil system. I'm not sure what we're going to see in terms of inside the house here. We got some sliders back here. You can kind of see in. You can get a little bit of the idea of the conditions inside. So the house has been rummaged through. You can see open drawers, So this was vacant and unsecured for quite some time. But it's sure secured now. Let's see if we can see here. Everything looks really intact. Honestly, maybe the owner, passed away or something like that. Even the fence fully intact. That's nice. Maybe we can see in a little bit better here. What do you say? That's what we're looking at with the inside. Just belongings. Look at that. So whoever secured the property, the bank hired. Bank should get a refund on that. Roof looking pretty good. Oh, it's open. Who knew? That's interesting. The place was secured by the bank, I'm guessing, or some company, but I cannot believe they didn't lock the door. So not only did they leave half the windows open and unlocked, they didn't lock the house. It's just left here, so apparently maybe they are cool with me inspecting it. That's my story, anyway. So we're gonna do a quick look through. Okay, I mean, this isn't horrible. This is actually a nice, cute little property, right? Sweet clock, comes free with the house. Look at that, a shoe? This place is paying for itself already, you guys. All right, so the floors. Floors seem really intact. They're very worn. Need to be just sanded, refinished. Not a big deal. It needs a kitchen. I mean, this is intact. You could legit, so far what I'm seeing, this is a house you could buy and you could move you and your family into, right? You could live here. You could just go to Home Depot on the weekends, make a little list of projects and fix it up as you go. Dude, it comes with spices. This is a win. We get a bit extra just for the spices. Look at this. Okay, so this isn't bad. Let's see the basement. All right, a little creepy down here without any light. Okay, well, older hot water tank. It's definitely a oil burner on that. Okay, so the hot water tank is gas. They're still using an oil heating system, but it's intact. Basement is a little moldy. Not bad though, reasonably dry. Your washer and dryer. Did you hear something? I'm talking to myself. Did something move down here? I swear. Okay, maybe. It's just my mind playing tricks on me. I swear something moved in that fake plant thing. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. We've seen enough of the basement. Yeah, that's it. Crap, we got to see the electrical panel. Crap, I got to go back over there. We made it. Oh, I got nice updated electrical. 100 amp service. Cobwebs in my face. All right, let's get out of this basement. What do you say? We're on the main level. We got a little bedroom here. So we got 2 bedrooms on the main floor. Bathroom here, your full bath. So needs updating. So you got your second bedroom on the main floor here. We got to check this upstairs. I go up here. Yeah, look at this. Nice little living area up here. Make a nice office or something. And then into a huge bedroom. And looks like a closet over there. Look at all the nice natural light coming in from these little windows up top. Really cool. Windows are good, so you got to do a full repaint, new floors, and call it a day on this upper level. I got to run my numbers by getting photos of everything I just walked through. I'm going to get that over to my partners. They're going to do a couple of things. We're going to look at comps in the area, see what this property is worth when it's all fixed up, come up with an ARV. And from there, we're going to subtract out our renovation, our rehab budget. And that's going to be including the things we were talking about, kitchen, bathroom updates, flooring, painting, new hot water system, any exterior repairs, things like that. And start working backwards from the ARV. So get an ARV by running comparable values, by looking at similar homes in the area and what they sold for, coming up with a rehab plan, which is way easier now that we got into the property. And it was nice of them to just apparently allow access for everybody to come through today. From there, we figure out what we want to make as a maximum allowable bid, and then you stick to those numbers. You don't get emotional, you don't get competitive, in the bidding process against my competition here. We're seeing so many vehicles here, the auctioneer, everybody's here ready to get going and getting the bidding underway. I think there's going to be a lot of bidding activity. So we may not come away with a win on this one here, but I can't wait to be able to bring this stuff to you and share it with you a little bit here on the channel. If you're interested in learning more about this stuff, we did write the book on it. It is called Foreclosures Unlocked. You should pick up a copy. All right, let's wait and see what we're doing for bidding.
120. Yeah.
That's going for, Jeff, do you want it for 125?
I'll take it for 124.
How about for 125?
I go 140. Kevin.
145? 150?
155.
160. Second.
170, right? Okay, so bank out now.
Bank is out.
Bank is
175. First name?
Dawn.
It's cold. Do I hit 180? First name?
Jay.
185.
185.
I hit 190. How about 186? 187? 188. 188. 189. Oh, they're making this easy. 190. 189. We get 190. 190. Going once, twice. Whoa. Alright, so who's here was first? You want it for 191? First name?
Yeah.
192. 193. 193. J, right? 194. Gosh, I should have kept going up to 5. I was trying to be nice. 195. Give him 194. 195. 195. Going what? 196. 197. 197.
200.
201. 202. 201. Look for 202. 202. Going once, twice. Sold. 201,000.
All right, so as you know, we didn't win that auction. It did go for $200K, which was higher than our maximum allowable offer that we came up with, which is going to be $150. If you want to know more about buying these kind of properties at foreclosure auction, how you can do this stuff too, take a second and buy a copy of our book, Foreclosures Unlocked. It's on Amazon. We'll put a link up here for you, but I would love it if you help support our channel by buying a copy of our book and learn something about this process as well, so you can give us some feedback about how you bought a house, maybe for half price. We'll see you on the next video, guys.